Hey everybody, I'm back, and this is going to be just a kind of a quick another pickup shootout, but this one's a little bit different because it's going to be a shootout of the Super 70. My good buddy, the professor, Paul McKeever, the pickup designer extraordinaire over the northern border, Canadian friend, he is so good with creating pickups and picking and figuring out the taking an old pickup and picking it apart and measuring everything and recreating. So anyway, he set out to recreate the famous Super 70 pickup, the Maxon. It was found in the Ibanez destroyers and the Ibanez rocket roll and in the 70s and in the mid 70s. And it kind of became a cult classic, and it's a great sounding pickup. And those of you, we do a lot of Van Halen here on my channel, so those of you that know that most of Van Halen 1, or I shouldn't say most of, everything on Van Halen 1 that wasn't recorded, that doesn't have a tremolo, the dive bombs or the wiggle stick on it, those were all recorded with the Ibanez destroyer. This is my Greco destroyer. Most of you that know me or watch my videos are familiar with this guitar. But that was that guitar that Ed played. His Ibanez destroyer had a Super 70s in it, a Super 70 bridge pickup. And they have Alnico 8 magnets in them. They're low wind. They're like, mid 7s to 8K. So sometimes they're considered to be like a low output pickup, but they're really not. They're just right there. That's the sound. So in this video, we're going to be swapping in and out. This is the original. I'm going to take the repros that Paul made and put them in here. We're going to test and do an audio sample back and forth. And label each one. I'm going to be playing Van Halen cuts, little bits and pieces of songs. So let's get to it. It's going to be fun, and I know in my preliminary test it sounds really good. So anyway, see you on the other side. Could this be? Oh, there's too much light glaring. The Superb 70 Beta serial number 000A and serial number 000B. Oh, and look at that. There's my original. If you see close, you can see Super 70 engraved in the bottom there. So, guess what I'm going to do? We're going to test these. These two pickups are modeled after this one, and it's an exact replica type thing that we got going on here. So, all right, so this is how I'm going to do this. This isn't going to be super technical on my end, but obviously the original Super 70 is still in the guitar. The pickup cover is not bad, but it's kind of beat. But notice there's two nickel screws, the adjustment screws that hold that pickup. What I'm going to do with the Superb 70 is notice I've got a gold pickup screw, adjustment screw, and a nickel pickup adjustment screw. Plus the cover is brand new and shiny. So that's how we'll differentiate. I'm going to shoot video for just playing parts of songs and that sort of thing with each pickup, and then I'll put them kind of like back to back within the final video setup. So, and I'll kind of point that out, but that's just how I wanted to make sure everybody knows how to differentiate the two that we're testing here. All right. Here we go. Hey, so what'd you think? I think that the ToneSlinger Superb 70 sounds killer. It's a great reproduction. So this was just part one. Paul's going to follow up in the coming hours with part two, and what part two is going to do is he's going to break down the whole process that he did, super geeky, super tech, and he's going to show you what he found in my Super 70, the original, and then what it took. It was quite a journey, and to recreate this, because the stuff just isn't available anymore. You had so much of it was custom made, but he's going to detail all that in part two, which should be out in the next few hours. So, or if you're watching this now, it's already out. If you're watching it, whatever. Anyway, until next time, see you later.